let's get to the videos and let me set all my stuff up real quick. We're going to have a holler about Dame Dash today. The Dizzle. Broski is going through it, and he had a real big beef going on with Cameron. So that's, they grew up together in Harlem, and they was real tight, but it looked like a lot of chaos is happening over there in Harlem between the two of them. So I'm gonna try to talk about it real quick. And welcome to the channel, Yusef Two Times. This is my music channel. We made a lot of music on here. Let's see what's going on with my audio. All right, audio is working. All right. I'm just gonna make sure I got one of these polls in the comment section. All right, is Cameron is Dave Dash wrong for dissing Cameron? And then we're gonna get right to it. Yesterday we was on here playing my music. I got new songs that's out now and they dope and we was doing that yesterday on public. Everything looked like it's working out. Don't look like nothing is wrong. So let's get over here to Dame Dash. I didn't schedule this one because all my people on here right now, if I'd have scheduled it, everybody been going. So let's talk. Okay, so we got this guy who gonna mention something about it real quick. Excuse me. Oh, Jesus Christ, being tired is a bitch, and I ended up just waking up. So how the fuck I'm still tired?
What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to I Do It
All right,
Myself.
let
I'm
this boy
William.
explain it that way.
If this is your first time here, great to have you. If you like what it is that I do, hit that sub button, run up them likes. Today we're talking about Dame Dash and Camron, hell up in Harlem, Harlem Civil War. Neither one of them live in Harlem. I don't live in Harlem either, but we all represent the place. First off, let's talk about Dame Dash. Dame Dash, at one point in time, was a great creative, businessman, visionary. Dame Dash right now currently epitomizes what you don't want your legacy to turn into. And what do I mean by your legacy? When you look up Dame Dash on YouTube, right? Dame Dash addresses everything. Debt, Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Beanie Sigel, Cameron, Memphis Bleak, and more. Dame Dash breaks his silence on his 800K debt in order to forfeit assets. This plays into what we're going to talk about today. Dame Dash responds to Cam. Dame Dash says he realized his friendship with Jay-Z was done when Jay-Z quit playing Pause. Dame Dash reveals Jay-Z's shyness. Dame Dash, the truth about Rockefeller talks Jay-Z elite. Listen, for somebody who always said not to be a chatty patty, he made the phrase poppin'. He always talking about people. Now, Dame has been having a back and forth online with Cam. Cameron has some things to say regarding Dame Dash's finances, and Dame got upset. But then it went a little bit further. This is what Cam had to say.
This started with Dame Dash mad at me or whatever, and I love Dame. I don't have a problem. Dame calls me one day and be like, "Yo, me and 50 going back and forth. I see y'all. I see that you seen him. How you gonna let him pat you on the pockets like that? He pat you on the pockets." I said, "Dave, you crazy, man." He said, "Yo, me and him going back and forth. You mind if I mention that?" I said, "Nah, go ahead." Instead of him saying what he told me on the phone, he said, "Yeah," and Kim let 50 Cent smack him on the ass. What kind of grown man let another nigga smack him on the ass? I don't like that, Kim. All that smacking on the ass. Word? Next thing, he's on another podcast talking about somebody asks him, "You feel like your artist should take better care of you because they're up and it seems like you're going through financial trouble?"
And if you
And
just
Dave
really,
says,
if you really catch up with the storyline, it's basically a bunch of he say, she say. Uh, Cam said the conversation happened like this. Dame said the conversation happened like this. But it's the same conversation. So this is just basically a he say, she say conversation. Dame Dash said that no, it happened, but it said like this. And, I said it to you. I called you, but I said it like this. And so it's basically that a whole bunch of that going on. That obviously Cameron is explaining. But who do you take in this position? If you like Dame Dash, then you'll take Dame Dash approach, which will probably be my mindset. And if you don't like Dame, or if you like Cam more, you'll take Cam's opinion on the matter. So it's just kind of like how that play out. You know what I'm saying? Like who you fuck with in the moment. So let's get back to the conversation. Hit the like button, share the message. Let's go.
"Cam, So you're throwing me in there, pause, and nobody even asked about me. All I'm saying is that you had wild bread, and to me, you mismanaged your money.
All I'm saying is that you had wild bread and that you mismanaged your money. All I'm saying is that you had wild bread and then you mismanaged your money. No Umar. Dame, somebody who I don't know what kind of world this nigga live in. I'm just keeping it 1,000. I don't know how his psyche works because
This nigga, I can't watch this nigga. He's a complete goofy. First of all, if you in business, you could take losses. That's why Dame Dash podcast is called Bosses Take Losses. So why is it that a white company could fucking go bankrupt or lose the fucking interest in the story or the product and say we're gonna move over this direction, or a TV show could get canceled, or a motherfucking company could just close down. But when a black person decide that they're not gonna work together or they're gonna move in another direction, you do your thing, I do my thing. One of them got to be a pariah. One of them got to be fucking taken down. What's that all about? What if they just two grown men who knew each other in their 20s probably won't be tight friends in their 50s? That should be something that any man should understand. You don't need a doctor or a fucking psychiatrist to explain it to you. If you had a friend at 14 in high school, by the time you 28, you probably will never speak to that motherfucker again. That don't mean you don't like him. That don't mean you hate him. That don't mean you want to fight him. It's just how life played out. If you had a girlfriend when you was in 8th grade, you're probably not going to be marrying her when you're 29. That's nothing odd. If you had a company and you worked on this shit in your 20s, maybe when you're 45, it might not have the same interest to you. Why the fuck do you have to be in business with the same company for fuck since you was 11 years old, especially in hip hop, where it's all fatical, it's all time and crunched and shit. And then if your time is over, your time is over. And remember, Dame Dash was a manager. He was a CEO. Jay Z was the rapper. He was the artist. Jay Z got all the copyrights. He got the publishing. He got all of the things that came to him from being an artist. Dame Dash was a supervisor, was a manager. That's just like saying the lady in the hospital who took your forms and you did all your forms, you gave her your card to show your insurance, that she also supposed to go in the back and do your goddamn surgery on you. That wasn't her job. Her job is to take the forms, inject your information into the shit, confirm your fucking insurance, then she send you over to the person that's gonna do the fucking surgery. If that lady push back that chair and then grab her scalpel and walk over there and start fucking doing you're gonna be like, what the fuck you doing? Oh, I'm a doctor too. I do this and I do that. No, motherfucker, well, you gotta get another. Did you wash your fucking hands? Because you was just typing on the computer and grabbed that pen. You're gonna be concerned. So that's Dame Dash. He was a manager. He was a CEO. He was a person behind the scenes. Just when you walk inside a store at Walmart or Target and you see a product on a thing, and it might say Campbell Soup, it might say fucking Vandy Camps, it might say Hasbro, whatever the product is. That product doesn't represent the colors of it or the box. The fucking CEO chose that shit. He chose what colors those gonna be. He chose the font. He chose the size. He chose what it's gonna look like when they get on that shelf. You're not gonna see the CEO when you walk in Walmart or Target. You're not gonna walk up on the CEO at Target or at Sam's Club and say, "Damn, I like this speaker that you got in here, man. What made you create this speaker?" The fucking CEO is sitting somewhere chilling, biting his nails, trying to see how many people gonna buy the fucking speaker, how many people gonna buy the soup. That was Dame Dash's job. So when the company ends, he can't keep it going. He ain't the fucking rapper. He's not the singer. He's the person behind the scenes. He might be in charge of colors. He might be in charge of designing the fucking something, or getting the people together for a show. But when that ends, the company is over. So you have to move into another direction. So to think that somebody going to stay now Trump could become bankrupt and still become the president. But if a black person lose the company or it ends or it stop, they're a pariah. They got to stay within some kind of limelight of fame. How can you be famed or famous if you're not the singer or the artist? Here's a perfect example. Who's the manager for Whitney Houston? Why the fuck you don't know him? Who's the manager for T.I.? Why you don't know his name? Why he not famous? Who's the manager for Glorilla? Who's Glorilla manager right now? Who's the CEO of Glorilla Company right this second? And why don't we know him? Because that's not his fucking job. His job, even if it was Joe Gotti, he can't jump on stage with her and perform her songs with her. He has a job to do. And that's the job he got to do. And when Glorilla stopped singing, And when Glorilla say, I'm done with this shit, when she move over to another direction, he can't keep being her manager. He got to move over too and say, you know what, I'm done with that shit. Let's move it to another direction. So that's why I look at it and say the people just be trying to throw Dame Dash under the bus because there's nothing else to do. He had made it so successful, and then you just continually thinking that that should continuously happen for the rest of his life, and that's not reality. People fall off. The businesses regurgitate. I remember even being a kid and listening to rappers and singers, and if I said their names to you, you would be like, who the fuck is he talking about? But if you Google these motherfuckers, they actually did exist, and they famous as a bitch. But when I was a teenager, I thought they was gonna be around forever. I never thought these people was gonna not be famous no damn more. I remember it was a nigga named MC Brains. This when I was like 18. And this nigga was on all the motherfucking radio stations. MC Brains was big time as hell. But you hear about MC Brains today, and you could be thinking, who the fuck is that? MC Brains? I never heard no motherfucker named MC Brains. But this nigga went platinum, and his shit was on the radio every fucking day. We 18 years old riding around in a car bumping the hell out of his music because he was famous. He came from old boy Belle Biv DeVoe group. That's the nigga who put him out. But if you hear about his name today, you don't hear about that nigga. You don't know who the fuck I'm even talking about. Who? What you said the nigga name was? MC Brains. I didn't hear from that nigga. He probably some 50, 60 years old today. But at the end of the day, he still had a rap career, and that shit was all over the fucking radio. And it's a fact. But is MC Brains relevant today? You think MC Brains got that bank account he had when he came out with that album? Probably not. He probably ain't got none of that fucking money today. But the fact of the matter is that he did it. And that shit existed, and it's on the fucking internet, and there's so many more. But my point about it is that you're not going to stay rich no 4-5 decades. That's not logical, especially in music. Now you understand music more succinctly when you get a little older. You understand that nobody really stays rich like that. You have to jump into other ventures, just like a Jay-Z, just like a whoever else. You know that that exists. You know that you want to be rich like that. But ultimately, in reality, you're not going to be rich like that off of music. You can get in the music game and do shit. You know what I'm saying? My man said, Shady said, read the comments, bro. He is all ego. Jay and the Visionist dropped that. Yeah, he said, Shady said, if he was any good, he would have made other successful things since he did not. Well, he did make other successful things, bro. He brought out the shit, Kevin Hart. He put that nigga in the game. He put the gay dude who made that TV show out here. I forgot dude's name right now. The show is called Empire. He put that nigga in the game. He put Kanye West in the game. He put all kind of motherfuckers in the game, man. Dame Dash did a hell of a lot for the industry, but he just get a bad rap when it comes to people that don't fuck with you, and that can happen to anybody. I remember watching the movie Five Heartbeats when I was a young guy. They did that to the manager in that movie. Motherfuckers walked out on his ass and didn't give him shit. Left his ass broke. The guy that was the manager for that show, but I mean in that movie, and this is a movie, but we know that that really do happen in real life. People really don't be having a way to keep up with that the fame. So I'm gonna let Dame Dash explain it a little bit because he did one point, but then he came back with a second point. So I'm gonna let him explain that shit. Really, you're probably gonna be. Gotta shut that damn commercial up though. I'm gonna let him explain it a little bit when they get done talking this little dumb shit. But he going in on Camron, man, and I think that it's needed. I got off into what a boy was talking about, but we're gonna get back into what Dame was saying.
50 started the shit.
Oh no, that's wait a minute. Maybe this is the video, but they went to another element of the a pastime clip or something like that. Cause I remember watching. No, I know. No, this the whole video. It's an hour video. We ain't watching that. We ain't watching no hour. We watched the clip that we saw earlier. Let me get back to it. So that's the whole joint. I didn't watch the whole joint, but if it come across your timeline, they click your ass like you did watch it on. Damn well I ain't even watch that shit. But let's get to the video. As soon as you get done buffering it to play. But you know that.
What's my motherfucking name?
Snoop.
All right, it's crazy how every time I click his shit, I'm going to a flashback. I can't get to none of his interview parts. The fuck?
Shirt on behind the door. And you know in Harlem there'd be jokes for that. But this is not the right time to be doing that. And I would advise you, I mean, you could, at 50, you know, that kind of joke could be funny. But this dude now is coming at you. I'm like a rap. You're rapping. You have a rap battle with Omar Epps, and he's calling with Omar. What's his face? What's his name? Gooden. Omar Gooden. No disrespect to Omar Gooden, because I was hearing some of the records. I was like, yo, that nigga could rap. So he's now leveraging you for another vertical of his dream. You. This is not Drake versus Kendrick. This Cam, you were on Kendrick's level. You were on Drake's level. Why did you quit? Why are you battling Omar Gooding? But again, because I know Cuba, and you know, like I'm like, damn, what the like? Because Cuba's like good at things that you don't know that he be. Like he might be like a black belt in karate. You gonna be fighting Omar and Cuba Gooding because they roll, you know, they brothers. See, the thing that I used to do and with you was if you had a problem with somebody, then I would go squash it, or they had a problem with me. You know, so when you called me and said that Kevin Hart was bothering you and he teased you too much, I said he knows you're with me. And the next time I saw him, I got at him. Okay. If he ever bothers you again, look at these Uggs right now. Don't you ever professional anybody in my crew again when you wearing these Uggs. You got on Uggs. Cam, you see him? You see him? Cam, you see him? Don't play with me. Cam. I dare you to ask me. Yeah, and his breath stink bad right now. Ask his girl how bad his breath stink right now. This nigga eating mayonnaise gum. I don't know what's going on. On your behalf, he's still mad at me over that. But again, if somebody's saying shit about me, you go and get money with them. Well, that's fine, but it's just not how I get down and how I have.
So we got an answer to you right there. You see that Dame Dash is calling Camron a fake friend. He's like, basically, you will go kick it with people who don't fuck with me. Even though when I was rocking with you, it got me fired. It got my homies to run away from me because you went out there talking too soon. We had a private conversation. You jumped on the radio and gave all our business out about what we was talking about. And that made my homies think I was trying to cut them out, Jay-Z and Biggs, when I wasn't. I was just having a one-on-one conversation with you. So Dame Dash is basically airing him out for being a fake friend. Every time they had some kind of friendship where you would think it was a brotherhood, he'd walk out on them. And there's people like that in the world. They fair weather. They can't be trusted. I got people like that I know in my life, and when they contact me and fuck with me, I'm always like, no. I don't give a damn when they contact me. At this point in my life, it's like, no, no. Whenever I hear from them, what y'all on? No, no, because I know I can't reach back out to you. I know that you're not going to be like that with me. You're going to act all shady and funny when I need you. And that's basically what Camron has been to Dame Dash, a fake ass friend. But I'm going to let him go ahead and explain more to it. Hit the like button, share the love. Let's go.
I've never got down like that with you. The way we got back, because, I heard Untalking and you know, I don't know, with yeah, y'all did that thing and y'all said you guys fuck you shit, but I went to the side and me, you and Joe and Jim had a real conversation about it's us versus them. Don't disrespect me in front of them. That was our conversation.
Money.com, the opposite of any work.
So Dame don't take none of that false friendship shit too lightly. And some people be on that. You know what I'm saying? They'll come around you, learn the shit you got going on, learn the people you fuck with, and then as soon as you be like, okay, well that's all I needed to learn from them other people who I was fucking with, I'm gone. They'll go right back over there and keep rocking with them, and be like, you the one crazy, you the one funny. Well, I always be like this. I'm leaving your ass right with them. So when y'all stop being cool, which is going to inevitably happen, don't bring your ass back around me trying to be cool again, because I don't fuck around like that. I'm chopping your ass in half just like I chopped them in half, and I stick to that. I lock in. Don't come back around me trying to, you better go find the motherfuckers and see if y'all can be friends now again, because it'll never happen with me again. Fake friends get chopped the fuck off with me, and it's instant. That's why I kick it. So let's get into it. We need sound.
Original member of the Best Out from 142nd Street. I'm not going to say his name because he doesn't ever want me to say his name. But he's the one that made that call for you and said, yo, Cam is fucked up and he needs your help. And then you passed through the phone. And from there, I looked out. I got you off your deal. I got you off your deal. I talked to Polly Anthony and got you off your deal. All that running up in the office is not what got you off your deal. She got fired over that deal because you were millions of dollars undercooked. I got you off of Rockefeller millions of dollars undercooked with L.A. Reid. but none of that means anything. But my point is, any problem you had for free, I would always look out because you're from Harlem, and I looked at you as my little brother, and I still do. But this isn't the Cam that I thought that I was co-signing. I would never expect you to be this person. Like, if you're gonna do something that's funny on TV, you can't get mad if your crew laughs or people that know you because it's funny. So I saw Snoop Dogg on your show, and he said, "What's my motherfucking name?" And you sang the girl part. You said, "Pause, Snoop Doggy Dog." If no one teased you around,
What's my motherfucking name?
Snoop Doggy Dog.
if no one teased you around you for that, then that's not Harlem shit.
Now that's funny as hell right there. And that again, it come down to friendship again, because you know you bust your homie out, one of your boys, y'all fuck around, and you gonna bust him out on a joke, but he take this shit so personal that he stop fucking with you. And I'm guilty of being like that with people. I ain't gonna lie, I've done that. Motherfucker done said some shit and I let it slide, and then I be like, I'm gonna go and fade up off of him. But if I come back around that motherfucker, and I know for a fact it's gonna be like this, I'm driving. I'm putting the same jokes out there. Even though it's been a distance, even though they probably didn't even remember that shit, it's like, oh, okay, your motherfucking ass wanna slide back around me now? Oh, okay, you were saying some wild shit last time I was around you. Now I got your bitch ass, and I'm finna pull it right here on the spot. And they gonna be like, where all that coming from? Why you wildin', bitch ass nigga? That's what the fuck you said to me last time. Oh, I was just joking. What the fuck you think I'm doing, nigga? I'm joking too. So I could see how a person could hear you say something about them, and then you might think it's a massive joke, and then they taking that shit like, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? So Dame basically taking a lot of the little personal shit that was going down the pipeline with Dame Dash, with Camron. Taking it personal. And he like, nigga, you really didn't like me. You really don't fuck with me. And now you letting it out. You fucking with ops. You fucking with niggas who don't like me and shit. Just this shady friendship shit that a lot of niggas either shoot each other, kill each other, or don't even fucking fuck with each other no more. So that's what Dame been dealing with Cameron. But let him explain it. Let him explain it. Let's go.
and if you get mad at the jokes, that's not fair, bro. Stay home about it. If you want to do shit like that, let niggas laugh. So I know you're mad because I said 50-50 patted you. Why? He didn't pat you on the ass. Pause. He patted you on the hips. Either way, my advice to you is don't let another man pat you on your hips. That's advice. Also, if you sitting with someone that's fucking with me or saying things about me, I do expect you to actually have a conversation with them about it and make them stop. But that's not where you're from. But this is what I would always do for you. And if you do something funny, like let another man smack you on the hip, I mean, again, the Queen of Harlem was like, because the thing I didn't get was I called you and told you I was going to say something, but you weren't man enough to tell me you didn't want me to say nothing. So Queen was like, "Yo, you should have knew better." But he told me that he was all right. So you're going to agree, be all right, and then talk about me on another platform instead of calling me and telling me. And then when I text you, you're going to curve me? Because I want to speak to you like a man. I call Brit.
And that just show you too that Cameron been dodging the shit out of Dame. Basically, they got a friendship, but when Dame lost his status with Jay-Z and them, that made Dame and them still have a little. I mean, that made Cameron them feel way, act funny. And if you understand, well, if you saw the episode that we made yesterday, Cameron is the reason why they broke up. Dame Dash said this nigga was on a phone call with Cameron, or he had a meeting with Cameron. They had a conversation. He said, "Man, I want you to run Rockefeller. You'll be a vice president." This nigga went to the radio and told the whole fucking radio, which means Jay-Z and Beanie and the other guy Biggs heard it, and so they kept looking at Dame Dash upside his head. He like, nigga, I ain't said that to him. We was just having a conversation, but he ran with it. And that ultimately was the icing on the cake to make their crew fuck up. Now, they might not have liked Dame Dash for other reasons, but technically, Dame Dash was a part of the crew. So why the fuck he can't make a decision or have a conversation with somebody? But they use that as their reason not to fuck with Dame no more. It is what it is. So let's get back to it. And play.
I spoke to PT, and now this is going to be one of the last things I'm going to get to in this moment, because I got other shit to do, and I have more things I wanted to say, but I'll say them later, because I'm sure you're going to say something back. But I'm quite.
When you've got smoke-free
Let's let that 5 seconds go by. 4, 2, 1, and we are back at it.
As it relates to the honor up thing. But I want to see you step up your production. If you have a platform, if you're on the roll, if someone's giving you some bread, if you're going to be a creative and talk about other creative, you need to be more creative. I want to see a hit record. If someone steps to you for a battle, rap wise, take that shit, because now you're playing jokes at 50.
So Dame Dash is clowning the hell out of Camron, basically calling him a goofy. Like you basically beefing with motherfuckers who ain't rappers. You ain't did nothing dope in a minute. You ain't dropped shit that's hot. So basically, you're a podcaster, and but it's niggas is trying to get at you on the rap shit, and you ain't trying to rap. It's motherfuckers who trying to actually beef with you and shit and do some rap shit, which is what we know you for. But you ain't down for that. But what you doing is you're spending a lot of time dissing people, talking shit, you know, throwing people name under the bus like a hoe ass nigga, and it's just not cool. And that's what Dame Dash is saying about yo boy. So let's see if I got any new comments. No, Shady was talking some shit for a minute, but over in the voting section, which for some reason is not popping up on my phone. That's why I'm not able to see everything on my phone for some damn reason. It's not popping up. So anyway, what's going on is Dame Dash wrong for dissing Camron, and we had a 67% saying yes. Dame Dash is wrong for dissing Camron, but I think most people saying that because they haven't heard what's going on, or they haven't been able to figure out all of the tomatoes and tomatoes that's going on. But it is being broken down. Dame Dash is explaining that shit word for word in his own opinion, and then you'll get Camron response too because they both have been talking about it. But it looked like it's going in one direction so far. The polls, so keep voting. And the polls is coming in so far. I appreciate the polls too, y'all. Hit the like button, share the message too. Grateful for y'all coming to check us out. 2 times 2 real. I'm Yusef 2 times, and my new song is out right now called Hip Hop Blues. You know, it's a banger. Like it ain't nothing to do. I should rock it for y'all real quick so we can hear my shit because I got it right on my laptop, and then we get back to the motherfucking conversation. But y'all need to hear this shit, and it's on all the platforms. And here it go right here. Yusef Two Times. If you step to me, I'ma step back. I'm selling real estate, I used to sell crack. Kept food on my plate with any setback. She took the sex, is great here when you get back. I'ma let these haters know the truth. Come round my homies busting off the roof. I like the sexy girls when they be loose. Money while she dancing cause she cute. She said put that money in my hand, I refuse. 2,000 gone in one night, that's just hip hop blues. Never wanna shut up, you might have to turn my mic off. You should never run up, I might have to turn your lights off. She got back, she hung up, I went over and we fucked all night long. I put my clothes on, went home and made a hip hop blues song. Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop blues. 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 Her mama say she can't stand her hip hop blues out in Miami. How do I just keep slamming? Gonna be so drunk I won't be standing. So just go run me up another one. So many girls I'm going home with more than one. Go around and round more than the sun. Don't remember nothing when the morning after come. I like them girls, the ones that be freaks. She rock my world up under them sheets. Take her on a trip and then a repeat. We post like C4 toes and then we delete. Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop blue. 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 All right, so y'all heard the song right there, Live in the Flesh. That's right on all the platforms right there. It's called Hip Hop Blues. Put that in there and rock out for me right there. It's a cold one. We got the cuss version, non-cuss version out there. So we get right back to the message, man. We got Dame Dash explaining about why Camron is a hater, is a blocker, is undercutting him as much as he can do for over years. Matter of fact, it's like a major confession. So let's get back to it. Thank y'all for listening to the song too. Nobody even told me I ain't had a microphone cable in. Y'all bogus for not saying nothing. No, I'm just bullshit. Let's get back to it.
That taking, that wasn't to me something I would have advised, especially in this moment. You know, so let's see the music. Let's see you make a movie, and now that you have some bread, you finally caught this lick to where now that you got a platform, you're finding every excuse in the world not to pass no plugs to the extent that you're making shit up to me. And if you have something to say, I don't respect it unless you call me. We're not going to fist fight. We're brothers. Talk to me like a man. Talking about me to me without calling me and you have the opportunity to is not the thing I want you to teach the rest of these children. I don't want the children to think that they should be taking their problems in public when they could talk to their friends. Just because you can monetize that doesn't make it okay, bro.
Well, Dame Dash having that emotional uh, feeling towards Cam, trying to really compel him to understand from his point. Like I thought we was tight, I thought we was homies, but it seemed like as soon as you get around people who don't like me, as soon as you get around, and see, you be going through shit like this with people, but you think it's just you experiencing this. Like, I remember bringing folks around people, and then all of a sudden they don't like me. None of them no more. They come around me and individually come around me for, saying how they want to connect or hook up and do something. And then I take them to somebody else and be like, yeah, hey, we can all work on something together here. All y'all connect, get to know each other. And then they call me individually. Hey, man, I don't know if I can fuck with him. And the other guy called, man, that nigga, I don't know, man. I'm trying to get used to him. And then you be like, okay, I guess we just try to connect. And then all of a sudden, you stop hearing from him. And then you hook up with him again. Like, what's up? Oh, man, this is my nigga, man. We bro, we tight, man. My boy, man, we good. We work, man. He cool. Then they stop fucking with you completely. They then basically had conversations with each other and be like, man, you know what? Fuck that nigga, man. We don't got to know him. And you sitting back like, now, both of y'all didn't even like each other like 3 weeks back. Like, what the fuck just happened? So this is what goes on with friendships and dynamics with buddies and everybody trying to connect with each other. It ain't perfect. And so here you go with Dame Dash, Aaron Cam out for his antics. You know what I'm saying? So he finally getting it off his chest, it sounds like. So let's get back to it.
Use this video to.
All right, shut up. Let's let them do their little 4 seconds and then we right back on it. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think about Dame. Is he going too far? Is he asking for too much? Let's get to it.
Yes, and introduced you to Larry while we were making the A-Track record, right? That's another project we did that actually was on the radio, but for some reason we didn't want to promote that. But we had concerts at like Terminal 6 and all this shit that you never did before. But for some reason we didn't want to promote that either. I just don't know why, but I did it because I didn't want to see your legacy go. That's why I always tried to help you, because the things that you do great, the only thing I've seen you do other that's been since me, that's been something that's been crazy is what you're doing now, talking about me and other people. But since then, I haven't seen none. But again, I brought you around Larry in Vegas because I was working out. I did give you the opportunity when I was like in my late 40s. You went and trained. You came to my house. I was like, go buy some gloves. And I went outside and gave you a fair one. You caught me in my ribs once or twice. I'm 40. All the most important people in Hollywood were there at the time. He was still in good standing. RZA was there. All these people were there, right? I'm talking about everybody was there. And for some reason, you got so offended because of his security process that you left. And what I was saying is you mess up so much money for the stupidest things that you were supposed to be Kanye. You were supposed to have the money that Kanye had from rapping, but you would never get your show together. Now you are starting to perform with a band, but having 100 niggas on stage don't work. And fashion. And he was the one. I'm mad at you that Kanye's the one that's the anchor of making the most money from Rockefeller. and I chose you. And I was like, this nigga got horse shit in his house, and you got dog shit in your house.
So basically, that is one of the things that Dame Dash said to Cameron and pissed him off. He went and visited him, but he had just left Kanye West mansion in Wyoming, and he said, "Man, that nigga got horse shit in his house. You got dog shit in your house." And Cameron really took that personal. But even though it's like the brother, little brother talking shit, it's still like he didn't like that. He was like, "Man, don't mention shit like that to me, man. I'm still maintaining. My house is nice. I got a pool. Why you talking shit about me? I got cribs around the country. What's your problem?" But that's how it played out. And Dame Dash just never really got back cool with Dame with Cameron after that. I mean, Cameron felt like, I guess Dame Dash felt like they was cool, but Cameron has been kind of putting it out in the open that they ain't cool and he don't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? So what can you say? You know what I'm saying? But that's really the conversation that's been going on about them right now. And the comment section, I'm gonna see what they saying again. We're going over here with the poll, and it's 67 to 33%. So we looking at it like Cameron, that Dame Dash is bogus for dissing Cameron, so the people say. But I just wanted to get on here and holler at y'all about that real quick. So I appreciate you checking us out. Watch this on the playback. We'll have the video at the top where you can watch the whole playlist, and the subscription button will be at the bottom. And thank y'all for watching, and I appreciate it, man.